Greetings of the day. Let's start a new lesson in Civics. Lesson number 22, Government. Let's take a brief look what we are going to study in this chapter. First, government. Second, types of government. Third, organs of the government. Fourth, the need for a government. Fifth, levels of government in India. And last, importance of democracy. So let's start with what is a government. The word government is derived from the Latin word governere, which means to guide or to rule. A government is a political body entrusted with the task of administering a country on behalf of its people. It formulates laws and takes decisions in the common interest of the people. Now, you must be having one question in your mind, that what is the need for a government? So let me tell you, when people work and live together, they need to have a system in place to enable them to take collective decisions. They also need someone to make rules that everyone has to abide by. A government serves both these purposes. Without such a system in place, there would be complete chaos in a country. Now the next topic which we are going to start is types of government. Governments can be of different types based on how they exercise their power, their policies, etc. The system by which a country is governed is known as its form of government. The different forms of government are monarchy, democracy, and dictatorship. So let's see them one by one. Who gives powers to the government to make and implement laws? In a democracy, it is the people who elect their representatives to rule on their behalf. A democratic form of government is always responsible to the people. Abraham Lincoln, the American president during 1861 to 1865, defined democracy as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. This means that a democratic government always functions for the welfare and progress of its people. The people can even change a government if they are not happy with it. In this system, the people also have a say in the functioning of the government. The government has to explain its actions and decisions to the people who have the power to question it. Another form of government is a monarchy. It is a hereditary system. A king or queen is a monarch. All the powers of the government are concentrated in the hands of the king. The king or the queen is responsible to nobody for his or her actions and decisions. Usually, the monarch has a small council of ministers as heads of various departments of the government. This body gives the monarch advice and suggestions, but the monarch takes the final decision himself. Nowadays, most monarchies are ruled by monarchs in name only. They usually have an elected parliament to govern the country or state. For example, Britain. Yet another form of government is dictatorship or authoritarian. All powers of the government are concentrated in the hands of a particular individual called the dictator. Such authoritarian governments are formed without the consent of the people. In such a system, people do not have a say in the government. They do not have the freedom to express their opinions or object to the government's decisions. Sometimes the military of a country can take over its government by force. Such governments can also be quite authoritarian.